Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense failed to repeat in Super Bowl 59 against the Philadelphia Eagles. One of the biggest reasons of this was the Kansas City Chiefs' first half offense, which was arguably Mahomes' worst half of football in his entire career, and definitely the worst half that Kansas City's offense had this season. Before we do a deep dive into the film and what exactly happened during the first half, let's take a look at Patrick Mahomes' stats. He was just 6 of 14 with 33 yards passing. He had no touchdowns. He had 2 picks, including a pick 6 to Cooper DeJean. And he was also sacked 3 times, and that's not including all the pressures that their Chiefs offense gave up, which made it really difficult for them to have success. The advanced analytics also show this, as this was the worst half of his career by EPA per dropback, passer rating, longest completion, passing first downs, which was just 1. They only had 1 first down in the entire first half. Yards per attempt, yards per completion, and team offensive success rate. So, after seeing some of the stats, let's go over the film and see exactly what happened on each play. Let's see how much of the plays were Mahomes' fault, what other players on the team could have done differently, and how they can fix this first half moving forward. So, the opening possession, they force a punt, and obviously the controversial A.J. Brown call on 4th down, the offensive pass interference. But nonetheless, they get the ball back. So they start on their own 12-yard line. They're backed up in their own territory. Need a couple first downs. That's kind of the whole point of this drive, is to get a couple first downs, flip field position, and see what happens. So the opening play, which is actually their best play, which is crazy to think about, that their first play was their only first down in the first half. But they're going to start off with what we call a run-pass option. So let's get the film rolling. So they're going to send Xavier Worthy in what we call an orbit motion. So he's going to motion underneath Patrick Mahomes, and then he's going to motion around. This motion lets Patrick Mahomes know if these safeties are going to move at all. So as we can see with the motion, they don't move, which we know it's now zone coverage. If it was man coverage and there was a man guarding him, somebody would run with him, but it's not. So they're going to stay in a 2-high shell. And so they're going to run what we call an RPO, run-pass option. And so they're going to have a run play going to the left. And these 6 guys are accounting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This cornerback up here, I know I'm covering him a little bit. So these guys are going to block these 6 guys, leaving this man free right here. I believe this is Zach Bond, 55. So Mahomes has the option to either hand the ball off to the running back, or he could, if this linebacker triggers down with the run, he'll pull the ball and throw it to either Juju Smith-Schuster, who's going to run just a little stick route right here, or Xavier Worthy in the flat. So let's take a look. Snaps the ball. All right. The linebacker clearly is already in the box, triggering on the run. So Mahomes pulls the ball. Now we get a 3-on-2 out here with these players. So Hopkins is going to run a go, clearing the corner, and now DeJean is stuck guarding either Worthy or Juju. So DeJean triggers on the flat route right here. Mahomes puts it right on Juju's body. He turns up, catches, and go. First play of the game, great play, first down, exactly what the Chiefs offense wanted. So now let's look at play 2 of the opening drive. So they just got a first down. Now we got the ball on the 23, 1st and 10. So Chiefs are going to start on empty. They are going to motion the running back into the backfield. So this lets Patrick Mahomes, whether or not it's zone or man. So the running back starts out here. The corner is already on the running back all the way out wide. That's the very first indicator that it's zone coverage. Because if it was man coverage, they would put a linebacker on the man. Anyways, the running back motions in. The defense just bumps over. So now the Patrick Mahomes knows it's zone. They're again going to run another RPO. So this time, running backs on the left. The run is going to go to the right. So the offensive line and Travis Kelce are going to count for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. So Mahomes' read is technically going to be right here, Cooper DeJean. And Xavier Worthy is just going to run a bubble. This outside receiver is going to block the corner. And so let's see what happens. Tackle for 1-yard gain. Now, let's go look and see what Patrick Mahomes' actual read was. So he's reading Cooper DeJean right here. And I think this is a poor decision by Patrick Mahomes. He decides to pull the ball against a 2-high shell defense, even though it's 6 for 6 in the run game. They have numbers to run the ball. And now you're putting a good player in space with a good player one-on-one, but there's no blocker to account for him. If Cooper DeJean would have triggered up to the line of scrimmage, then this would be a great play for Patrick Mahomes to throw. But he decides to throw this anyways. He gets a 1-yard gain. And I know there was a lot of criticism in the first half of the Chiefs not running the ball enough, but opening possession, first 2 plays are run calls. RPOs are just extension of the run game. So even though they only had 3 total runs in the first half, I think it's important to realize that Andy Reid was actually calling more runs than you think, and this is technically a run play even though it's a pass. So now here is play 3 of the opening possession. So it's 2nd and 9 now after that happened. And so they're going to come out. Now they're going to motion to empty. Same thing. They just bump over so they know it's in zone coverage. And now Patrick Mahomes sees a matchup he likes. He's got a linebacker one-on-one with Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is going to run an in route right here at the top of the screen. The DM bails, so Travis Kelce clears the zone. Patrick Mahomes puts it on him. I get it. The ball's a little behind, but honestly, this is a ball that Kelce should catch. Mahomes sees him clear this linebacker. He throws it right on time, puts it on him, puts it behind him, trying to prevent him from running into these defenders, and Kelce just drops the ball, putting him in a bad situation for 3rd and 9. So here we go. After the drop on 2nd down, we get 3rd and 9. Same thing. They motion the running back in. The safeties adjust a little bit. So now Patrick Mahomes has an idea that this is man coverage because there was a safety out there with him. He motions back in, so Mahomes sees man coverage. So now he's just looking for matchup. So when he drops back, as we can see, his eyes are over here because he's trying to find his best one-on-one matchup, which is Travis Kelce. And he is getting locked down right now by Cooper DeJean in the slot. So Patrick Mahomes feels the need to escape because he feels the pressure. He kind of runs around a bit and makes really an ill-advised throw to Hollywood Brown right here at the bottom of the screen. Sorry, I know the pause button covered it. But, I mean, this was a contested pass. This had no chance of being complete. I would love to see Mahomes throw it away right here, but I mean, no one's creating separation downfield. Not a lot Patrick Mahomes can do. All right, so the Chiefs were forced to punt on their first drive. Not a huge deal, but the Eagles go down and score. So now it's up to the Chiefs to come out with a response. So now they got 1st and 10 on their own 33. They line up in this bunch condensed formation. So they got a tight end here and 3 guys here. As we can see, there's a deep 2-high shell. Great time to run the ball, but the Chiefs decide that they want to take a shot here. And they drop back, go for a shot. Guy up top's covered. Kelce's covered down here in the slot. So Mahomes does the right thing, steps up, finds his check down, Juju Smith-Schuster. Good throw, nice gain, 5-yard completion on 1st down. Sets up 2nd and 5. So 2nd and 5. Chiefs are now going to run their actual first run play of the game. This is another RPO. They're going to send Worthy in motion. And as we can see, they're running with him in man-to-man coverage, but they're passing this off. Patrick Mahomes sees that they pass this off during the motion, and he sees this safety rotating down, so he knows he can't throw this in-breaking route to Hollywood Brown. So he looks, decides to hand the ball off, and they only get a very minimal gain. So let's look at exactly what happened on that. And honestly, this is completely Travis Kelce's fault. As you can see in the clip, watch this. Very slow off the ball. And this is a pathetic attempt at a wham block. He doesn't clear the midline, which allows the running back to get downhill. So Kareem Hunt runs into him, and then his guy ends up making the tackle. So nothing Mahomes can really do there, but that's definitely something Travis Kelce needs to clean up. So now it's 3rd and 3, very manageable distance. Down 7, need a 1st down right here. So they have Worthy in the backfield, and as you can see, there's a linebacker man-to-man on Worthy, which means it is zone coverage because when he sends in motion, they just bump. So Patrick Mahomes is going to drop back. He's going to look to his left. He sees nothing open. Travis Kelce's not really creating separation on this whip route. And so he's going to work back. His progression is 1 to Worthy, not open. 2 to Kelce, not open. 3, Juju's taking a long time. And now he's got pressure in his face. So he's going to step up, try to find his 4th read right here. And as he's coming down, just kind of airmails this ball and incomplete. I would love to see Mahomes put it on him. I know he's very capable of that. But, I mean, a lot of pressure in your face. The other thing I would love to see is if Mahomes tries to come back and sticks with Juju's. Juju's already got leverage. Just step up, put it on Juju's left shoulder, easy 1st down completion. So the last possession, Chiefs were able to force the Chiefs were forced to punt, but they got a turnover on with the Jalen Hurts interception. And so now they're starting at their own 3-yard line. Really important that they get out of their own end zone right here so that way they don't have to punt backed up and give the ball right back to Kansas City. So they're going to start, And they're just going to run a simple stick concept. So we got a flat route here, a stick here. Mahomes sees off coverage by the corner at the bottom of the screen. I know he's covered, but so they got a flat route here, and he's basically reading where this defender goes. Travis Kelce kind of runs into this guy on purpose, getting a stick play. Mahomes puts it on him, but he throws it behind, and the corner's able to drive, take a hit for a minimal gain. So now after the minimal gain, we have 2nd down and 8. So Chiefs are going to decide to throw the ball again right here. They're in another bunch set. By bunch, I mean 3 receivers in close to the line of scrimmage. And so, again, we see another deep shell right here. Quarters coverage. Quarters coverage means 4 guys deep. We got 1, 2, 3, and I know the corner's covered by the play bar down here, but we got 4 guys here. So, Mahomes is going to take the snap. We're looking to take a shot, really. So we got a flat route here, occupied here. We got a corner route, which is going to be taken by the corner, and then we're looking for Kelce on this deep in cut. Mahomes immediately drops back, feels phantom pressure. I don't know why he's feeling the need to scramble. He's really only been pressured twice, both 3rd downs. I get it, but you have a clean pocket right here. Just stay in the pocket. And him moving and finding his check down actually brings this defender into the play. If Mahomes just drops back and stays in the pocket, he can hit Kareem Hunt here, and he could probably turn up and get a 1st down. Instead, he scrambles out, creates pressure himself as the pressure gets up the field, and then he completes it to Kareem Hunt. Minimal gain, but now they're stuck in another 3rd down scenario. All right, so we got another 3rd down and 3. Really important they get a 1st down here. Their offense hasn't been clicking, hasn't been working at all, and they just need to get a 1st down to get out of their own end zone, build some momentum, keep their defense off the field so their defense doesn't come right back on the field after that long drive and forcing an interception. So this is probably the worst throw of Patrick Mahomes' half, actually, right here. And so it's a 3rd and 3 scenario. They're going to motion a guy in, the running back into the backfield. Same thing. He sees him adjust a little bit, so he knows he wants to work the 2-on-2 magic over here because he has Travis Kelce, his number 1 weapon. So they're in another quarter shell, and he's going to snap the ball. The flat is going to pull the flat route by the running back is going to pull the flat defender in. So now he knows he has this little window in between this Mike backer and the flat defender to fit this ball into Travis Kelce. So he's going to throw it, and he's just going to dirt it. Obviously, not great route here by Travis Kelce. As soon as you stop and plant, you cannot be fading back. The quarterback is expecting you to stay exactly where you plant. I don't like this route by Kelce. If you're going to fade because you feel like you need the 1st down, get the 1st down yardage in your route. Take an extra couple steps. The linebacker will get more vertical, but as soon as you turn around, you can see 42 is just triggering right now on the throw. Nonetheless, he is open. I get it. It's a tight window. We see Patrick Mahomes make these throws all the time, though. This is a pass that Patrick Mahomes needs to complete. As we can see from the back angle, let's look at the back angle. He sends the running back in motion. And as you can see, I know I'm covering a little bit. Here, I'll move my guy. As you can see, I mean that he's wide open. Put it on his inside shoulder, but Patrick Mahomes at the top of his drop, he is overstriding. His feet are really wide right here. He's got 1 foot here, 1 foot here. His feet are pointed this way, which allows the ball to go up and down. Not great mechanics for throwing football. I love to see Mahomes be more calm, take an extra half a second to align his feet properly, and he put this throw on the money. But anyways, the Chiefs are forced to punt here, and the Eagles get the ball right back. So, following the Chiefs 3 and out, backed up in their own territory, the Chiefs defense is able to come out and stop the Eagles offense and hold them to a field goal, which is really good considering the field position that it had. So, the game is now 10-0, and this drive is super important for the Chiefs. You're down 10-0. You've only had 1 first down. It's time to get the offense going. It's time to get back into this game. Stay on the field. Keep your defense off the field. And just get some positive momentum in this half. That way in the second half you can come out firing on all cylinders. So the Chiefs decide to take a shot. They're in a 2-by-2 formation. What you're going to get from this receiver down at the bottom, you're going to get a deep post clearing out. These safeties are going to actually rotate down. So this post is going to take the corner and the safety with them. And you're trying to hit this deep over route to Juju Smith-Schuster, who's going to short motion down. But before this play can even get started, the protections failed. Mahomes got a free rusher in his face, and it's a sack. So let's look at this from the back angle and see what really happens. So Mahomes is going to motion the receiver down, and we're going to get we're going to get a 7-man protection. And by 7-man protection, I mean there's 7 guys blocking. So Pacheco's going to fake, and he's going to have this left edge. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them linemen and a tight end. Travis Kelce's job on this, the tight end, is he's going to chip this D end and give Creed Humphrey, the center, enough time to pull around. So Creed Humphrey's going to look, make sure he's got no pressure in the A gap, and he's going to pin back all the way across, and it's his job to get this guy. So let's look and see exactly what happens. Well, for starters, Travis Kelce is the last person off the ball. Everyone is moving, and I guess Kelce doesn't know the snap count, and he has not moved yet. This is terrible start to the play for Kelce. And he tries to make a block on the D end and absolutely completely whiffs, giving Creed Humphrey absolutely no time to get here. Here's Creed Humphrey. Mahomes already has a guy in his face, and Mahomes takes a 3-step drop, and he already has somebody immediately in his face. He is forced to try to make a move, make something happen with his feet. I mean, he's got nowhere to go, and of course the left guard gets absolutely walked back, as we can see here. Just absolutely, and loses to Jalen Carter, I believe that is. And so Mahomes has pressure in his face, steps up, and this play has no chance of happening. I mean, he hits his 3rd-step drop, and Juju Smith-Schuster he's already got a guy in his face, and Juju Smith-Schuster hasn't even begun to start his crossing route. I mean, this play has no chance from the beginning. It's a sack. Chiefs are forced to be in a long down and distance, 2nd and 15. All right, so now we got 2nd and 15. You're backed up. Need some momentum, so Chiefs call a quick game play. And by quick game, I mean the quarterback's going to take 1 step, throw the ball. The routes are usually around 5 to 10 yards maximum. So you're just trying to get the ball in your playmaker's hands, get some positive yards, make this 3rd down manageable. So this play, I think, is really telling of exactly what was going on in the first half for Patrick Mahomes. So as we can see at the bottom of the screen here, I'm going to let this video play so it clears. We're going to have a hitch route down at the bottom. So Hollywood Brown is going to run just a 5-yard hitch route. The corner is able to sit on this hitch route because he has safety help over the top, because we're going to get what we call a cover 6 coverage. And by cover 6, sorry, I know I'm going over a lot, is quarters to one side, so cover 4 to one side. So you got cover 4 principle, so 2 safeties deep over, or 2 defenders deep over here on the left side. And then we have this safety, Reed Blankenship. He's going to take the deep half, which allows this corner to squat. So as soon as that corner squats, that hitch route is dead. So Mahomes feels that. He sees it. So he tries to throw the hitch route, sees that it's cover 2, knows he has to snap back, but his feet are super unsettled. You can tell he already feels like he's got pressure, even though there's no pressure coming. He snaps back. Realistically, Mahomes, when he's feeling great, would fire this hitch route to the outside. He feels unsettled. His feet are moving sporadically. He steps up right into pressure and takes another sack, putting them in a 3rd extra long situation. So now following both sacks, it's 3rd and extra long. The biggest thing for the Chiefs in this scenario is don't make a bad situation worse. I get it. You're down 10-0. You feel like you haven't had any momentum, but your defense is still playing great. I know they gave up a touchdown on one drive, but they've already forced a turnover. They just forced a field goal in the last possession. Don't make a bad play worse. Worst case scenario, you throw the ball out of bounds, check the ball down, and you punt. So 3rd and extra long. So the Chiefs are going to try to pick up the first down by running what we call a dash protection. So by dash, I mean Mahomes is going to set his feet, and the tight end is going to allow the defensive end to win inside. This is going to allow the D end to rush upfield, think he's got Mahomes beat dead to rights, and then Mahomes is going to sprint out, and this tight end is going to be able to seal this end, allowing Mahomes to have a free edge to give him more time. I really like this call by Andy Reid because their offensive line has been struggling so far, and so you're going to be able to give Mahomes a lot of extra time to see the field down the field. So tight end invites him inside. Mahomes sets his feet, sprints out. The running back is going to come across. He's going to run a flat route, and then they're going to try to hit this deep curl in behind. And although the protection wins, the secondary is not fooled at all. The linebacker, who's the weak hook player, sees Mahomes sprinting out, and he comes and he feels that there's no threat here, so he takes a flat, which is going to allow the actual flat player, Cooper DeJean, who makes a huge play on this play, to sink and get depth. So Mahomes is going to sprint out. He feels like he can hit this he feels like DeJean is taking this curl route, so he thinks he has Hopkins right here. And I really do. I like this throw to Hopkins, but it's way too late. If you're going to hit Hopkins, it needs to be right now. And instead, Mahomes takes his time. He double clutches with the ball. And then he throws the ball, and Cooper DeJean is able to move from here to here because it's a very short distance because Mahomes took too long to throw this ball. He's able to undercut this route and make probably the biggest play of the Super Bowl. As we can see, I still like Mahomes. He's hustling. He's finishing this play, but what a monster play by Cooper DeJean. I mean, I think this is the turning point in the Super Bowl. This is what blew it open. Let's look at this play from behind real quick. So Deanne invites him inside. He's able to get out. And if you're Mahomes, I mean, Cooper DeJean is under both routes at this point. And if you're going to throw this, he's already staring at Hopkins. If you're going to throw this, throw it now. Throw it now. DeJean is backpedaling up this way. As you can see him at the very top of the screen. He's backpedaling this way. Just throw it now. You're a half count too late. DeJean makes a great play. Flies right underneath it and is able to turn this thing for a touchdown. All right, so now if you're the Chiefs offense, you just gave up a pick six. Time to go get some points on the board. Time to bring back the momentum. Mistakes happen. Forget about it. Let's go get some points on the board. So they're going to start. They're going to line up in another bunch formation. Send the receiver in another orbit motion just like we saw. And Andy Reid's thinking, okay, we've ran the ball once. Let's try to get some rushing yards on the ground. So they kind of run a counter play. So they use this orbit motion. And Mahomes is going to fake it to Juju Smith-Schuster, and then they're going to run this counter underneath, a GY counter. By GY, I mean guard and tight end. Y is in tight end. So the guard and tight end are going to pull. They're going to get here, and the guard absolutely gets walked back, and the right guard gets absolutely walked back, and the left guard just completely whiffs. As we'll look at this play from behind. So they try to run the counter, and the left guard just gets absolutely beat like a drum. This play has no chance of working. The guard gets blown back. Maybe Pacheco could have sprinted as fast as he could and beat this defender, but the guard gets absolutely hammered on his kick-out block, and this play has no chance of succeeding. Right after a pick six, you're already in another long down and distance scenario. All right, so you're at 2nd and 12 again. Chiefs are just going to try to get any positive yards out of this play. They've just been getting walk back. They haven't had a positive play in 2 drives, so they're going to send the running back Worthy in a little counter motion, and then they're just going to run a quick little pin and pull play. Center's going to pull, and he's going to kick out the left defensive end, and they're going to try to hit it right up the middle. I mean, this is a good play, but it's 2nd and 12. The play gets 3 yards. No one accounts for this inside linebacker right here, and he's able to fill the gap, make the tackle, and now you're in another 3rd and long scenario. All right, so 3rd and long. You need a first down here. Just had a pick six. Don't want to put your defense on the field down 17-0 already in the first half. So we're going to run a very similar play to the other one where Mahomes checked the ball down, back up in their own goal line to Kareem Hunt. So it's the exact same concept. We're going to have an out route up top by Juju Smith-Schuster, a deep corner, and then Worthy is going to run a little hook route. So you're trying to flood these zones right here, widen them out. If this hook player gets underneath this, that's when you want to hit your one-on-one matchups with your running back and your tight end. So let's take a look at what happens with the play. So the flat route is able to take Juju Smith-Schuster. I think Mahomes could take 1, 2, 3 and fire this ball here. I really think that this is a completion. Juju breaks the tackle, gets a first down. If not, worst case scenario, you're at 4th and 2, and you can go for it in the situation, or you can punt. Either way, you're getting positive yards, have a chance for a first down. But Mahomes takes a 5-step drop. He feels very unsettled. He feels the pressure already, even though there's no pressure around him. He takes a peek here. He sees this linebacker here. So Mahomes steps up and he works to his left because he knows this hook player is taking away Xavier Worthy on this deep stick route, this deep sit route, whatever you want to call it. So you should have one-on-one with your best player at the bottom of the screen, Travis Kelce. And Travis creates absolutely no separation. I don't know what he's doing. I'm assuming he's supposed to be running a dig route, which is another word for an in route. So he's going to come up, break in, but he kind of pivots, does nothing. Mahomes steps up, creates pressure himself because instead of stepping up and staying right here in the pocket, he moves out, forces bad angles for his offensive lineman right here, steps up right into another sack, and the Chiefs are forced to punt again. So Chiefs offense get the ball back. They're backed up again. Biggest thing right here, don't turn the ball over. Don't make any mistakes. And get a few first downs maybe, get some momentum on your side, but in this case, it's a one-play drive, one-play interception. So Chiefs are going to run. They're going to motion the receiver out wide. No one moves with him again. He knows it's zone coverage. And so Patrick Mahomes takes a snap. He sees this safety get off the hash. And by get off the hash, he's working back here. So he knows it's cover 2. So this out route at the bottom of the screen is dead because he knows the corner can drive on it. I would love to see Mahomes here see the corner drive on this route and just put it right on Travis Kelce's outside shoulder. He's created separation, and he's open. It's 1st and 10, easy completion. Instead, Mahomes sees this guy triggered. He gets greedy. He tries to fit this open crossing route, which it is open. But your offensive line's struggling. Completions. Just get some momentum on your side. Instead, he gets bumped, throws a pick, bad ball. But let's see what actually happens from the back ankle. Mahomes, here, he motions here. Just throw the ball here. Instead, he takes a step to the side, shortening this edge for his left tackle, who's normally a left guard, is not used to playing left tackle. He's getting worked by a very good defensive player, and he gets backed in. And instead of dropping straight down this hash, he's over just a little bit, which allows his tackle to bump in. And when he takes a step to the right, which he does, instead, that step would be enough to clear room, and he'd be able to throw this ball in. Instead, he gets bumped. It's an errant throw, and Zach Baum makes a great play, great interception, and things just keep getting worse for the Chiefs in this first half. So the Eagles go down and score, and the game is blown wide open at this point. So this point, it's the end of the first half. Let's just go try to get some points if you're the Chiefs offense. 1st and 10. Mahomes drops back. They run a little stunt right here. He's looking downfield. No one's creating separation anywhere. So Mahomes steps up, scrambles, and what do you know? You get a positive play, and then you get a nice holding play in the backfield. Your guard just completely tackles the D end. There's no chance for anything but a holding penalty here. And now you're set up with 1st and 20. So on 1st and 20, you're just trying to get some positive yards. You motion the running back into the backfield. You're going to run this screen play right here. And so he's going to drop back. I'm going to move my guy. And honestly, I think this screen play is open. The line lets him go. Mahomes feels a little bit of pressure, and he sees this tackle get under the screenplay, but take your time. He clears. Just hit this running back right here. Get some positive yards. Maybe he gets tackled. Maybe he splits the defense. But Mahomes feels unsettled. He feels in a rush, lots of pressure, and he just dirts this ball. And I get it. Screenplay's dead. He probably feels like it's not there, but in reality, just take your time, set your feet, put the ball on him. I think this plays on Mahomes. So following that failed screenplay on 1st and 20, Chiefs are backed up. It's 2nd and long again, and they're just going to try to do exactly what they did the last time in the 2nd and long. Just get some yards, get a completion, and this time it actually works. This is one of the only positive plays of the first half of the Kansas City Chiefs, but unfortunately it's in 2nd and 20, and at the end of the first half, you're already down 24 points. So we're going to play it. They're in an open 2x2 set, 2 high safeties. They're going to motion the running back out of the backfield. As you can see, it's zone coverage. No one is running with him, but the motion forces the nickel player, or that's a linebacker, to bump out. So he's going to bump out. The linebacker's going to have to bump over because he's going to need to match the 3x1 side. So he's going to open this way, which allows an open window underneath. So Mahomes sees them bump. The linebacker opens underneath, and Mahomes, right here, is able to just fire a quick and easy 3-step slant. And it's a nice, easy completion. Nothing to it. Very simple play. A lot of people at all levels run this play where they run it's stick slant concept where they have a flat, a stick, a go, and then 2 slants. This slant will be tempoed to create space between this nickel linebacker. But as soon as he sees him open, puts it right on him. Nice, easy completion. Make 3rd down somewhat manageable. It's still going to be 3rd and 11, but it's a lot better than 3rd and 20. So, last play of the half right here. It's 3rd and 11. If you're a Chiefs fan, this one hurts. This is a play I'm sure both Mahomes and Hopkins would love to have back right here. So, 3rd and 11. Mahomes is going to snap the ball. He feels pressure. Right up the middle. Again, the center and guard just getting beat like a drum by the interior D-line tackle. They're going to run a a crossing route pattern, a deep crossing pattern. So what the whole point is, this inside receiver right here, he's going to clear out the safety, and then you're going to get crossers. As you can see, the corners on both sides miscommunicate. One corner is running with the receiver across the field. The other corner is trying to pass it off, which leaves DeAndre Hopkins absolutely wide open. And so Mahomes is going to feel the pressure inside because he feels that these interior D linemen are winning, and he feels that he has a short edge right here because the right tackle is able to pancake the defensive end. He gets outside of the pocket. He knows he already wants to hit DeAndre Hopkins, throws the ball, and it's just, I don't even know what really happens here. It's kind of a miss. Let's see it from the back angle. As you can see, Mahomes escapes. Great job feeling the pressure. I think this ball DeAndre Hopkins should catch. But if you're Patrick Mahomes, I mean, this throw is wide open. I mean, you got to put it right in his face. You can even, I mean, there's no one even near him. You can kind of throttle him down. Just make sure you complete this pass. Again, I think this is a good pass. Hopkins still needs to catch this, but he's got no opportunity to catch the run. Don't know what Hopkins is really doing with his hands right here. It seems like he just tries to catch with one. He leaves the other hand short. He's leaving his feet for some reason, even though the ball is chest level. But yeah, I mean, this is an incomplete pass, and Chiefs are forced to punt the ball and go into halftime with one first down 24-0 in a really bad scenario. So that's my film breakdown of the first half of the Super Bowl 59 between the Chiefs and the Eagles. Obviously, I didn't talk a lot about the Eagles defense, but they played extremely well. They played very basic coverages, and they executed to perfection. It's what they've been known for all season. Vic Fangio put on a great defensive masterclass as far as play calling, and the players came to play. They came out, executed, they made plays when they had to. Great pick by both Bond and Cooper DeJean. They played great, but at the end of the day, the Chiefs' offense still had some things that they could easily exploit, plays that were there to be had that they just didn't make. And as you can see from this breakdown, I mean, a lot of these plays are just one player away, one mistake away from being good plays, and I think that's the story of a lot of football film, is when you go back and you look at the film, it's not really terrible, like as bad where everyone's just making mistakes all over. Film is never as bad as it really seems when you have a bad game like this. It's just a few simple mistakes that they can fix. So I think the Chiefs have a lot to think about this offseason. They got to upgrade their offensive line. They got to figure out what Travis Kelce's doing, how they're going to manage Mahomes' giant cap hit. So it'll be interesting to see this offense, how they figure out ways to prevent the Eagles from getting home with 4 pass rushers, because the Eagles in that first half did not blitz at all. They were able to get home with 4, play coverage, and so a lot of times they had multiple guys. When the Chiefs tried to flood zones, they had 4 guys for the Chiefs 3, and Chiefs one-on-one matchups just weren't winning. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any recommendations about my videos or things that I can work on, things that I can do better, please let me know in the comments. Thanks again, everyone. Hope you guys have a good day.